Hi, my name is Amanda Briede, and I'm the curator here at the Frazier History Museum. I am so excited to bring you into our new exhibition, The Commonwealth, Divided We Fall. In this exhibition, we're telling the story of Kentucky from its very beginnings in the natural history sense all the way up until the early 1900s. However, for the exhibition, we wanted to begin really at the beginning and not at the Eurocentric history that you typically hear of Kentucky. So we wanted to begin with the histories of Kentucky's first inhabitants, of the native people that lived here before any settlers arrived. So this first section of the exhibition that I'm in is designed to bring you into some of the creation stories from the tribes that inhabited this land. So for this project, we were very fortunate to work with the Chickasaw, the Cherokee, and the Shawnee. And we worked with representatives from all of those tribes to help really include their vision and to get the proper permissions to bring these stories to you. So we're very proud to have audio from the Cherokee and the Shawnee, and to be able to visually represent these stories of the Chickasaw in this portion of the exhibition. So as we get further into the exhibition, we do talk about the geological history of Kentucky, and then we wanted to bring you the complete history of the native people here in Kentucky. So we begin with the very first people, the Paleo Indians that settled on this land, and tell you about all of the different periods of native people throughout Kentucky's history. So we start with the Paleo Indians, and then we go on up all the way until white settlers began coming into Kentucky. We wanted to go ahead and dispel several myths that are talked about in Kentucky. We grow up hearing that there were no native people in this land and that settlers could just come take what they wanted, and that's not true. And that's just one of the many myths that we just wanted to absolutely dispel right off the bat when you come into the exhibit. And another thing that we wanted to dispel is that native people still live in Kentucky. And the native history in this exhibition is not just confined here to this section. There are stories of individual native people, of other events that occurred in Kentucky dealing with native people, like the Trail of Tears and the Choctaw Academy. Those stories continue throughout the exhibit. So we didn't want to just confine the native story to the beginning. We're keeping it going through the exhibition so people can really understand that native people didn't just disappear from Kentucky. They're still here today. So we do have some very cool artifacts in this exhibition as well. So all of these points here are some of my favorite. I think growing up, we hear about Native American points, and they're all kind of blanketly called arrowheads. And if you're not paying attention, they really can all look the same. But we are so lucky to work with Corn Island Archaeology, who has done excavations in this area, and they've shared some of the many points that they have found. And it's just so fascinating to me that when you really start to pay attention, you can see that there are knives with serrated edges, and there's scrapers that have flat tops, and drill bits that have kind of a twist to them. And in this case, we're showing a timeline of these points. So this is a Paleo Indian point here, and as time progresses, the points get a little bit more sophisticated and the shapes change, and you can really tell what period they are from based on the shape that they are. So I feel like we're so fortunate to be able to kind of show the complexity of these societies and all of the other bone tools that they had. Number 3 here is so interesting. They're hollow bird bones turned into tattoo needles. So yeah, just very cool objects to help make this story real and to help understand the cultural significance of these tribes.